Today is Friday, June 12th, 2020, and I'm calling the Adult Protective Services Hotline. I just got hung up on by a lady named Jamie, and I figured I'd give her a call back.
Welcome to Michigan Centralized Intake, a 24-hour hotline to report the abuse, neglect, or exploitation of children and vulnerable adults. If you are calling about a life-threatening emergency, please hang up now and call 911. If you are a law enforcement officer, please press 3. All other callers, please stay on the line. Your call will be answered when order was received. Para español, manténgase en la línea, por favor.
Please hold while we connect your call.
Your telephone call may be monitored for quality assurance.
Yeah, right. It is. Mine too.
Earn more. If you need an adult high school...
Centralized Intake, this is Shannon. Are you calling to report abuse or neglect?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, concerns for a child or vulnerable adult today?
Vulnerable adult.
All right, so follow my lead. I'm going to get some information from you on the individual, and then we'll go through concerns form, okay?
Shannon, I had a problem. I was on a phone call with Jamie, and we got cut off. I don't know how much of the call she took.
Okay. Well, I will just start it, and then I'll send her a message, and then if she needs to pick up where I'm leaving off, then she can just kind of take over. How about that?
Okay, I've got a problem, Shannon. I'm a disabled senior citizen, and I'm living in my house is a fire hazard, and I fear for my life.
Okay, well, let's do this. Now, are you needing resources to help with locating new housing, or?
I just got problems dealing with Lapeer County. I'm getting the runaround, and in the meantime, I'm living in Lapeer County. I've tried everybody in Lapeer County, and I've tried every resources possible, going all the way up to Governor Gretchen Whitmer.
Okay. So you're looking to get some resources for new housing?
No. I'm stuck, and everybody's ignoring me, hoping that my house burns down.
All right.
What I want to talk to an Adult Protective Services agent to have somebody come out and verify what's going on, because my life is in jeopardy and it's being ignored.
Well, what I can do is throw in a complaint here. So what happens was it goes a report. So we would make a report, and then it goes to our supervisors, and then if they warrant an investigation, it goes to the county office, who then go out and investigate.
Yeah, I just need to get something going, because we've had these heavy rains and that, and I've got it's a long story, but
we'll get into it in just a moment. Let me just kind of go over a little bit of demographics, and then we'll go through all of it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. In fact, what was your first name?
Richard.
And what's your date of birth, Richard? Okay. All right. And what is your race? Caucasian, African American, or Asian?
Caucasian.
All right. Do you have any Native American heritage?
No.
Are you married, widowed, divorced, or single?
Divorced.
Okay. All right. And how about, what's the home address for you? Any apartment number or lot number?
No.
Okay. What county do you live in?
Lapeer.
Okay. What's a good phone number for you?
810.
Is that a home phone or a cell phone for you?
I'd say home phone. You want a cell phone too?
Sure.
Okay, the cell phone would be 810.
Okay. All right. Now, do you have any health issues or mental health issues?
No mental health issues, ma'am. But I'm 68 years old. I'm just legally disabled, and I've got a lot of health problems.
Okay. Are you in a wheelchair?
No, I walk with a cane, ma'am.
Okay. Do you live by yourself?
Yes.
Is this your own home or a rental?
It's my own home. It's a mobile home.
Do you have a guardian or power attorney?
No.
Okay. So tell me about what's making your house a fire hazard. What's going on there?
Well, Lapeer DHHS installed the water heater improperly, and it leaked 3 times, and it destroyed my home. Cost $15,000 worth of damage, and they left me without running water for over 2.5 years. Because they wouldn't fix the water heater that they damaged. They left me without running water.
Who
Lapeer
damaged the water heater?
Lapeer DHHS.
Well, they would have sent out a company.
Yeah,
what company came out?
It was. I can't think of the name of the company right now, but they were going out of business at the time. I found out all about them. I did a bunch of research. They did it all wrong. They said to get 3 bids. I got 4. I had 3 master plumbers come out and tell me exactly what they would do, and they were up to 37% higher than the company that they chose. And the company that they chose didn't even come out. They just came out and they said we were awarded the bid, and they rigged up some kind of plumbing that was all wrong. And then they legally, and it's a long story, but legally I am not responsible for that.
So the Lapeer County pays for this company to come out and do some water heater repairs. The company comes out, did some weird plumbing that didn't fix the issue, right?
Right. What happened too is the reason I'm not liable for it is because they came out when they came out they were doing it all wrong. So I told them, I said either you do it right, and or I'm not going to let you finish it. So I said go back to DHHS and tell them what I said. And so they came back a couple hours and they said, okay, DHHS said we can do it correctly and we'll do it. So they started getting it done, and we were halfway through and they said we're done. I said wait a minute, you didn't fix the plumbing correctly, and they said we're done as far as we're concerned. They walked out. I tried to.
How long ago was that? Was it like 2 years ago?
This was in January of 2017. And what happened is I've been chasing Lapeer County, tried to cover it all up. Lapeer DHHS, they botched that job. I'm not responsible for it, but they tried to cover it all up. And what they did was the last time they fixed it once, they didn't fix it correctly in August, and their plumber came out once and they didn't do it correctly the first time. And when it leaked again in November, I called them up and they refused. They just ignored me. And I had an adult protective services agent named.
So you haven't had water
for 2.5 years, ma'am. And I've been trying. And I've gone. I tried every agency. I went all the way to Attorney General Dana Nessel's office, to my Senator Kevin Daly, to my state legislator Gary Howell, and he had me thrown out of his town hall meeting. He said that I got to go through the proper channels. And when I asked him what the proper channels were, he couldn't tell me. He said go sit on prosecutor Mike Sharkey's desk or on his door until you get something happen. I called Mike Sharkey's office, and he didn't know anything about my case, doesn't want to know anything about it. And
well, let me do this for us. So you haven't had any water for the last 2.5 years.
No.
And you said you called different resources. They can't. They're not able to help.
Right.
How are you getting water?
No. I recently. This is. It's a real long story, but I had somebody help me finally in April, had the water turned on. But this is the problem, and the problem that I'm facing right now is Lapeer County tried to cover it up, and they
I'm exhausting. You're probably going in circles, huh?
Ma'am, I tried to get water 2 times, and I'm disabled. I don't have legal transportation. I drove my vehicle once in May of 2019 to Romeo to try to get water. I was arrested. I was thrown in jail. I got beat up by jail guards. And it took me 8 months, and I won that case. And then and Lapeer County knew all about this thing. The Lapeer County or Almont Police knew all about my situation. They refused to bring me even water to survive. And they knew all about my situation. On September 8th, I was forced to try to get water to survive. I drove my car to try to get to the store to try to get water. The Almont Police were waiting right across the street from me. They arrested me. They made a phony charge that I assaulted them. I'm on a $100,000 bail bond, and they said that I assaulted them. So right now I'm facing 15 years to life on a case that's been going on for 8 months that Lapeer County is dragging on, hoping that I die in the meantime. In the meantime, what happened is Lapeer County, they said that they fixed my roof and my water heater. They lied to the Michigan State Police about both incidents. So I'm sitting with a leaky roof that's leaking all over my electrical outlets, and I can't get anybody to respond. And that's the problem. I'm sitting.
Come on, fix the issue.
Well, the problem is they destroyed my house. They did $15,000 worth of damage. The house isn't worth anything now. So I can't sell it. I can't move. I'm forced. This has been going on for 8 months. I was arrested on.
Where is it? Let me back up here. Where's your roof leaking? Where?
It's leaking right in my living room, and it leaks right down on electrical outlets, and it already shorted out once. And the problem is I've got I'm disabled. I got electrical outlets all over my home, and they also because of the water heater leaked 3 times, it destroyed all my floors. So I'm living in one room. and it's all, and I've got electrical outlets all over the place. I'm supposed to be disabled, and I'm supposed to have disability rights. I have no rights whatsoever. What they're doing is just sitting waiting for me to die because I caught their gross negligence, and I actually had, I can't believe I have to go to court, and I'm facing 15 years to life for trying to get water.
So you just, the police press, what police department that pressed the charges against you for reporting that you assaulted them?
Almont, and it was Almont
Police.
Yeah, the Almont Police. That was on 9/8 when I got arrested, but on August 31st, 2019, I filed a police abuse complaint against 6 Almont officers with the U.S. Justice Department, Debbie Stabenow's office. So they were out for me. They got mad because I filed a complaint. So when I was out of water, when I tried to get water, they were waiting right across the street. They pulled me over. They smashed my window out. They said that I assaulted them. They threw me in jail for 2 weeks. I went on a 2-week hunger strike. I'm 68 years old. So then they got mad about that, and they threw me in McLaren Psychiatric jail.
I want to do this for us. I want to get this over to a supervisor right away, okay? And I know I'm sure there's a lot of details here, and I just want to see what we can do in helping you, okay?
I really appreciate it, Shannon. I'm getting to run around, and I don't deserve this. I'm sick.
So let me go through these questions here for us. These are things I have to ask everybody when they call here. So sorry, they're a little bit silly.
That's okay.
But I have to ask, okay? So bear with me here. If a worker needed to come meet with you, would more than likely you'd be home, most likely?
Yeah, the only thing that I ask at this point is I want witnesses. If anybody wants access to my house, I want witnesses.
Is your home sitting on tribal trust land or reservation?
No.
Are you a veteran?
It's a mobile home. No, ma'am, I'm not.
Okay. Are you a spouse of a veteran?
No.
Do you own this mobile home?
I do. It was worth $7,000 before they destroyed it. DHHS did.
And then it's just you living there, correct?
Yeah,
no one else?
correct.
No minor children? Okay.
And
Is there anyone responsible for your care?
No.
Like legally responsible?
No, I'm fine, ma'am. I'm disabled. And the thing, in 2016, I had a job offer. I had an opportunity to sell this house for $7,000 and a chance to move out to a warm climate on doctor's orders. I had everything in place, but the Secretary of State, they allowed me to buy a car, plate it, and then they told me that I had to pay almost $6,000 in driver oversight fees going back 17 years. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do it, so I thought that I could get some help from the state, from somebody giving me. I was disabled. I had a job offer. I figured that somebody would help me take it.
Wow.
But in the meantime, I went to DHHS. I tried to get some help from DHHS, and all they did was install a water heater that destroyed my house, and they left me to die ever since. So I've been fighting like an.
Well, let me keep going here, okay? Because I want to get it over. Like I said, I'm sure there's a lot more detail, but
sure.
Unfortunately, we got to get it over and let our supervisors kind of take a look at it, okay? Who's your primary care doctor?
I haven't had a primary care doctor for 4 years. That was another thing that they're guilty of, is Social Security fraud. I'm disabled, and I had no way of getting to my doctors because I have no transportation. When I turned 65, I didn't want Social Security Part B. I told DHHS I did not want it. Couldn't use it, and what they did is they automatically they enrolled me in it without my permission, and started. Then they were giving it to me as a benefit for a while. Then they took it back, and year to date from when that happened, 2016 to now, I'm out over almost $7,000 that they and that's Social Security fraud, what they did to me. I've already contacted Social Security, and they told me that I could file a claim against them.
Sure.
But the problem is that this is how deep this goes. I'm disabled. I have a right to transportation under Americans with Disabilities Act. Do you know about that? Yep. You do?
No. You called Adult Protection Services.
Oh, well, no, you know what? I've been denied that. I've been denied that by every agency, including the Almont Police and every agency possible. Yeah. They absolutely ignore it, and that's federal and state law that's being broken. Thank you.
Well, let me keep going here. I got to ask a few more questions, okay?
Thank you for that, Shannon.
Was to come over there, any weapons, threats of animals, or violent people there at your home?
No, ma'am.
No, but I have to ask.
No, I don't.
Is there anyone else I should list here that would have any additional information regarding the concerns today?
No, I have a person that I've been working with. She's Lapeer County Community Mental Health Law Enforcement Liaison. Yeah, I do. Hold on. She knows all about this.
You know her last
810-667-0500.
And then if a worker was to come over, any concerns that you have been positive for COVID-19, exposed to it,
no.
or showing signs or symptoms?
No, my problem is I'm confined to this house, so there's nowhere. I can't get anywhere.
Yeah. Let me kind of recap what we have here. I want to make sure everything accurate here. Now, bear with me here. I just kind of paraphrase a lot, okay?
Sure.
So our concerns here is that back in January 2017, Lapeer County DHS paid for some home repairs, and that the company that came to fix out to make this, the company that came out to the home to do the repairs did not fix the issue. Were even instructed that they were even completing the work wrong, and that left you with no water for 2.5 years, and that your pipes leaking into the living room onto some electrical outlets, causing some shortages in your home, even touching the floors in your home, and that you contacted many agencies trying to address these issues. Back in 2019, you were arrested by the Almont police, who pressed charges against you, stating that you had assaulted them, and now you're facing 15 years to life because of this. And then back in April of this year, you were able to get someone to come turn on the water, help kind of fix. Did they just turn it on, or they come fix out some plumbing?
No, they actually fixed it.
Okay,
And,
they actually came
yeah,
out.
and it was. She's the only department. She's the only. See, the thing is she's the only. They're the only department in all of Lapeer County that's tried to help me at all.
Okay.
So she knows all about my story. They cut me off. Lapeer County cut off my water, and also I had no way of getting food. So they're actually taking me once a week to go grocery shopping. But this has only been since January. So I mean, this has been this has actually been going on since November 2017, Shannon.
Okay. Well, let me do this for us. I'm going to get this quickly over, let our supervisors take a look right away for us, okay? And just kind of let you know, I have to let everybody know this, so bear with me here. You know, what we do with this information, you'll get a letter in about 10 business days letting you know what we did with it here, and everything's here confidential. You cannot call back to get follow-up, okay?
Yeah,
so I will quickly get it over and let them take a look right away
Do you know how fast somebody could actually contact me, though? Do I have to wait 10 days?
If it's a sign, yeah, it can take, well, no, if it's a sign for an investigation, unfortunately, they're not immediate responders, but at the most, it's usually 3 days.
See, that's the problem. I've gone through this before and I've gotten nowhere. That's been the problem, and I'm getting no response. And another issue is I had an adult protective services agent that the Almont police gave me this woman's name, Elaine Stoutenburg, and they said that she might be able to get my house fixed. And I called her 11 times. And she left a message. She said, call the DHHS crisis hotline. So I kept calling him and no one responded. And so then I called back and she said to contact her supervisor, Dave Lynch. And I called Dave Lynch and on 9/20/2018, and we argued for an hour and a half, and all he did was kept telling me to keep calling that crisis hotline. So then I asked for...
Well, Richard, unfortunately, all I can do is just hand it over and let our supervisors take a look at it, but I do want to get you off the phone here so that way I can quickly process it, and that way it's designed for an investigation.
Do you understand it's an emergency, though?
Yep, and that's why I'm trying to get you off the phone so that way I can quickly process it and get it over right away. Okay.
Okay. And somebody will get.
Right.
Will I hear from somebody within 3 days? Do you think?
If I can't tell you.
Because I would never tell anybody. I just got a funny feeling I'll never hear from you.
Well, it wouldn't be me.
No,
we're just a call center. But if it's a sign, that's just going to go to the county where you live. So you live in Lapeer, that's where it's going to go.
Can you also do this? And this will help you out if you want proof. Write this down. YouTube channel, Almont Senior, ALMON.
Almont Senior.
Right. I have 90 evidence videos proving Lapeer County corruption that led to all of this.
Oh wow.
And what I'm asking you is take a look at it, and the thing that I had is adult protective services worker Elaine Stoutenburg she told the Almont police to call. I called her, and then she said to call the DHHS crisis hotline. No one was contacting me, and so I finally had an investigation. They said that Elaine Stoutenburg said that I was in no danger because I have a grocery store right across the street, which is a lie. The nearest grocery store is 3/4 of a mile away, and I broke my collarbone in 4 places trying to get there in 2015. And I tried to file a complaint against her for perjury. She lied and set me up, and I can't get anywhere. That's the thing. Why would she do that?
Well, let me get it over here. You have a great day now, okay, Richard?
Okay, thank you.
All right, every day.
Bye. And I'll never hear back. At least she heard the story about Elaine Stoutenburg.